This is WCIA 3 News at 6:30.
Time to take a look at the top local stories of the day. After 49 years, Dallas & Company in Champaign will be closing its doors. There are several reasons, but owner Andy Dallas says COVID-19 restrictions played a big role in his decision.
The Danville VA is reporting more than 200 COVID-19 cases now among veterans and staff. 42 are active. That includes 33 veterans and 9 employees. 3 people have died.
Effingham police made 3 arrests for battering a pregnant woman. It happened Saturday night near the corner of Clinton and South Linden. All were charged with aggravated battery to a pregnant person, mob action, and criminal damage to property. New testing sites are showing up across central Illinois as clinics and hospitals prepare for a surge of COVID-19.
Cases are rising nationwide with significant surges in rural areas. In the last 7 days, Illinois had the second highest rate in the country with the most cases, trailing only Texas. Our Capitol Bureau Chief, Mark Maxwell, is live in Springfield near a new drive-through testing site. Now, Mark, local health officials there in Sangamon County says this is the worst. What they're seeing now is the worst since the pandemic started.
Yeah, Jennifer, not the worst statewide necessarily, but certainly the worst here in Sangamon County. Remember that first wave hit big cities the hardest. This wave we're in now is showing up in counties all over Illinois, the clearest sign yet that COVID-19 is out. It is not confined or contained to any one corner of Illinois or another. And these behind me, these bays, these new garage doors are part of the signs of a city scrambling to set up before the cold forces people indoors. The Springfield Clinic here on South 6th Street setting up this indoor drive-through testing site in a former bank teller location. They added the garage doors and heating inside so people can drive through here all winter long to get a COVID test, a flu test, or another lab test in general. You don't necessarily have to be a patient here, but you do need a doctor's note, and they're asking you to call ahead. The staff says average test results come back in about 5 to 8 minutes here, and they can get them back to your doctor and back to you in about 2 to 3 days.
Well, and I think everybody knows COVID numbers are rising, right, rapidly. So I think now more than ever, the community really needs testing options. It's been a busy, busy day. So we saw upwards of 300 patients through here today for our opening day.
Cases of COVID-19 have reached their highest point yet in recent days in Sangamon County, and the rolling 7-day average appears trending even higher still. The uptick is not only in positive cases. This is not just because of increased testing, also in the number of patients going to the hospital. Our peak was just over 5,000 patients in hospitals in Illinois back on late April and April 29th, I believe. It dropped down to just about 1,300 patients on July 3rd. It hovered around there, a flat line, if you will, about 1,300 to 1,500 patients for the most of the summer. In the last few weeks, it has more than doubled, up to more than 2,500 patients in the hospital. And Jennifer, in hospitals around this area, 20 of 22 hospitals have patients with COVID-19 inside them. For now, Central Illinois is the only part of the state that has not rolled back into those business restrictions. But if we keep going in this direction, those days, those restrictions are not far away.
All right, everybody watching those numbers very closely. Thank you, Mark. The mayor of Taylorville has tested positive. Bruce Berry says his only symptom has been fatigue. The city building was cleaned over the weekend. He will be in isolation until Sunday.
Governor Pritzker and state public health officials sounded the alarm about a rise in COVID-19 cases across the state. Dr. Ezike warned we could hit a grim number, 11,000 deaths in Illinois this year. The governor announced rising rates of infection and hospitalization already triggered business restrictions in 2 more regions. Metro East and the Cook County suburbs surrounding Chicago.
Those regions would reduce sizes of public gatherings to 25 people and temporarily close indoor dining and indoor bar service. If we all do our part by wearing a mask everywhere you go in public, keeping your distance, avoiding public gatherings, and washing your hands frequently, over the next 2 weeks, we can reduce new hospital admissions and reduce the positivity rate.
We're seeing some signs of resistance from businesses weary of these closures, and the Pritzker administration is still fighting off legal challenges to his executive power.
Looking for a way to hand out candy and social distance on Halloween? One Savoy family has quite the setup. You got to see it.
Plus, it's a pretty cold evening out there tonight. Kevin's back to let us know if we need to get used to it.
WCIA 3 News is sponsored by Midas Tire and Auto in Urbana.
We have some exciting news. Some of our family is moving around, and we're moving some familiar faces to new places. Visit Gail Cheney at Champaign Ford City. Come say hi or view all our inventory online at drive217.com. Different by design.
It's either the billionaires or us. The Chicago billionaires or us.
Seems like an easy decision to me.
Illinois is in financial trouble. We all know that.
The fair tax will decide who pays to get us out of it.
The billionaires or us.
The more you make, the more you'll have to pay. It makes a lot of sense to me.
No one making less than $250,000 will pay a dime more.
And 97% of Illinoisans will get a tax cut. Yes, a tax cut.
It's either the billionaires or us.
Vote yes on the fair tax.
I've been a teacher for 34 years, and I looked at the politicians' tax hike amendment. The math just doesn't add up. Springfield politicians already raised income taxes twice in the last decade, but they still have an $8 billion budget deficit. It just doesn't make sense to give Springfield politicians new power to raise our taxes until they get their spending under control. Please vote no on the politicians' tax hike amendment.
Is your credit score getting in the way of the things you want to do? Personal loans through NetCredit offer fast and flexible lending. Borrow up to $10,000 and choose repayment terms that work for you. You may even be able to build your credit history as you repay. NetCredit, a more personal loan.
We have some exciting news. Some of our family is moving around, and we're moving some familiar faces to new places. Visit Gail Cheney at Champaign Ford City. Come say hi or view all our inventory online at drive217.com. Different by design.
Trust the WCIA 3's weather team. Our experience brings you the most accurate forecast in central Illinois and the latest weather conditions from outside in the Matex Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing Weather Garden. WCIA 3, your local weather leader. WCIA 3 News is brought to you by Dr. G's Brainworks. Now, Central Illinois' most accurate forecast with meteorologist Kevin Lighty.
A chilly night there, Roofing Dugout and Bratcher weather camera as we look down there over campus on a rainy and cold night with temperatures that are hovering in the 30s. Now, notice on the Storm Tracker Doppler, we're seeing, now here's I-74, and notice how a lot of this rain now is kind of confined south of I-74 and closer to I-70, so you're not seeing as much for areas like Decatur, even Champaign, but you get to about Tuscola down to Sullivan and Effingham and Shelbyville, and you guys have still got a little bit of that very light rain, and again, with temperature where they're at, you may see a little bit of a snowflake mixed in there, but most of this is a chilly rain with temperatures here in the mid-30s. Here's a future track showing again how a lot of this rain stays closer to I-70. Still early tomorrow morning, there's another little wave that may throw some moisture our way. So again, hey, a sprinkle or a snowflake possible. Then that clears, but don't expect to see the sun tomorrow. Lots of cloud cover on another overcast day and chilly. 37 right now, Champaign, Decatur, 36 in Springfield and in Taylorville. And then we have to look at this number. It's the wind chill, where the wind chill value is in the 20s? Yeah, feels like 27 in Bloomington, 29 in Pontiac right now. Cold stuff for sure, and don't expect a whole lot of an improvement as we hover in those mid-30s for much of tonight. Let's do some water towers here. We'll take you to Ellsworth with the baseball. It's one of my favorite water towers there in honor of the World Series, which is still going on. 45 degrees, that's your high. Roberts, more of the same. This is well below average. 15 degrees below average with the high in Heliopolis and a high of 47 degrees. And here's proof of that, where we should be around 62. We're below, not just through the rest of this week, but even into next week as well. We're going to see this below average temperature. So we've got some rain tonight into early tomorrow. We're going to see a nice Wednesday, but then Thursday, a really good chance of widespread heavy rainfall is going to be across the area. And when we add all of this rain up from what we're going to see tonight and then again on Thursday, there's some decent amounts. Look closer to I-70, an inch and a half possible, less as you work your way a little bit more to the north. All right, your forecast for tonight, 34, mostly cloudy. Most of that rain coming to an end. We still may see a few showers as we head into the day tomorrow and what is going to be, once again, kind of a yucky day. Don't forget, you can track the very latest on the WCIA 3 weather app, a free download there for you, waiting and ready whenever you are. Okay, we're ready to show you now our 7-day forecast, which shows temperatures, again, very, very chilly all week long. We've got that. Halloween on Saturday is dry, but it's chilly. And then, of course, you are going to be bringing the clocks back there Saturday night into Sunday. So we're going to be needing to remember that's also a good time of the year to change out your batteries and your smoke detectors whenever we do the daylight saving. It's always a great reminder to do that. And the same for weather radios. If you have a weather radio, I always like to throw that in there as well. Make sure
okay, good. See, there are things on your to-do list
there are things on your
that aren't just
okay,
couch-related.
Can I ask you a question, though? How many of you actually change all your clocks in your home that very day? Do you do them all? Because, like, I never, there's always like one or two I forget.
Yeah,
you got the stove, and you got the microwave, and you know.
It takes
us a couple days. It takes a little bit. I knew it.
Knocking it all out.
I'm not getting to that. All right, thanks.
And one area district is below average when it comes to students going to college. What a little cash could do to bring those grades up.
Plus, it's a time when many teachers are going above and beyond. I would say all of them. One group is set to say thank you, and in the process, help a school program.
Congratulations to Maddie Swisher, the High School of St. Thomas More tennis standout, and WCIA 3's Athlete of the Week. Nominate your favorite athlete of the week at WCIA.com. Sponsored by Loman Ray Insurance Group.
Prices slashed at Shields and Rantoul. No tricks on this affordable Ford Fusion. 0% for 66 months and a $3,000 rebate. Plus a warranty forever mean peace of mind. Dare to choose yours at scary Franken Deal Days at Shields and Rantoul.
Some things only happen in Detroit, like ferocious street machines. Because here you do things different to make them better. Better like Jet's Detroit-style pizza. Get a perfectly paired pepperoni pizza, just $13.99. Jet's, better because it has to be.
In times like these, communication is more important than ever. Right now, that's easier with a cell phone amplifier or other device from iTech. At iTech, we're making sure you get what you need now to stay connected. Learn more at itechtti.org.
Just in time for one of college football's greatest rivalries. It's time for you to tackle DraftKings at Casino Queen Sportsbook's latest can't-miss offer. Because when you make your first bet on Saturday's game, you can turn $1 into $100 if your team wins. All you have to do is download the DraftKings at Casino Queen Sportsbook app, place your first bet on either Penn State or Ohio State, and make it rain.
Come to Franken-Deal Days at Shields and Rantoul. Up to $12,000 off MSRP on Ram and Ford truck. Interest rates as low as 0% for 84 months. Plus a warranty forever. Gabby great Franken deals now at Shields and Rantoul.
Stay up to date on the weekend. Join us for the latest news.
And the most accurate weather on the threes. The morning show on Saturdays starting at 8 a.m.
And Sundays at 7 a.m. From WCIA 3, your local news leader.
I just fell apart at a 5-year-old's graduation. Look at my little man. Oh, my God.
You kissed me right on my acne medicine.
Since when do you have acne? Guys, we're not that old. We're not that old. Come on, who wants to refill?
Well, not me, because it's 8:15. Oh, my God. I am 100 years old.
The Unicorn. New season November 12th on CBS.
Tonight on News Nation, a tipping point in the pandemic.
Community's tired of this. The healthcare system's tired of this.
What happens now that some hospitals are running out of beds? Plus, showdown in the Senate. We're live as lawmakers vote on the next Supreme Court justice. News Nation starting at 8, 7 Central on WGN America.
The news continues here on WCIA 3, your local news leader.
Some students in Champaign County are taking time to show some love to their teachers.
They are doing it with a special thank you. WCIA 3's Demi Ramirez joins us now. She's live in the newsroom. So, Demi, what school is honoring its teachers?
Jennifer, each year students at Muhammad Seymour High School thank a person in their community. Now, this year is a little different. They're choosing to thank their teachers that have made an impact. Students, a part of the floral design unit, will make orange and blue flower arrangements. The Thank a Bulldog program is sponsored by the Muhammad Seymour FFA Alumni Group. This is a way to show appreciation for teachers who have made adjustments this year.
And it's really exciting to hear or have a student tell you,
hey, thanks. I remembered a decade ago when I did this in your class. It really changed. I think about it often. That really changed what I did. So even if you aren't necessarily a student at Muhammad Seymour now, you might be a student from before, and one of our teachers that are still here helped put you on the path for greatness.
Think a Bulldog program is not just for current students to do. It's also available for alumni as well. The flower arrangements will be delivered in late November.
All right, thank you, Tammy.
Stats from the Illinois State Board of Education show Danville schools falling below the average district when it comes to state dollars and the number of students going to college post-graduation. Danville High School Principal Tracy Cherry says more money could mean more technology and programs for college and career readiness. It could also address equity and access for all students. Black students make up 44% of the district's racial demographics.
Funding has always been an issue in our state and in our district because the downstate schools pretty much always take a hit when it comes to funding. I think the biggest thing that I can say about our students and particularly our staff is their dedication and their commitment to do the most for our students with probably the least amount of funding.
Cherry says virtual learning engagement is pretty high in Danville, thanks to relief money that allowed them to buy Chromebooks, proving that more money is key. Coming up tonight at 10, how it's about making sure access like that continues post-pandemic in a WCIA 3 special report. Together we rise.
Jewelry has become big business on the streets of one central Illinois city.
Why some are saying it's not the bargain many think.
When it comes to medical emergencies, out here, every second counts. Delays can be fatal. So I asked Senator Durbin to help EMTs and firefighters to save our rural communities. He listened and led the fight to pass the Siren Act, to recruit and train first responders, to buy the equipment we need to save lives. My community counts on me. It's good to know that we can count on Senator Durbin.
Dick Durbin, a senator for times like these.
I'm Dick Durbin, and I approve this message.
The average Joe had to wait weeks for COVID relief funds to keep their business afloat. But when your bro is a U.S. congressman, you don't wait at all. Rodney Davis's brother received over $1 million and didn't wait more than 2 days. Davis takes care of his special interest donors, too. So by now, we should know. Rodney Davis is always going to put his bros before average Joes. House Majority PAC is responsible for the content of this advertising.
There's something rotten in Betsy Londrigan's campaign. Could be the fuel that powers it. Madigan-tainted lobbyist cash. Or the cash Londrigan's PAC raised with Madigan's political organization. Or the stink of corruption left by a probe into Londrigan's donor, a former Madigan henchman whose home was reportedly raided by the FBI. Betsy Londrigan's campaign is rotten to the core, a cog in the wheel of Madigan's machine. Congressional Leadership Fund is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Make no mistake about it, Rodney Davis has turned his back on Illinois. Davis has taken $50,000 from ComEd's parent company and its executives and personally lobbied to give them a corporate bailout while they raised rates. As our small businesses struggled to stay open during the pandemic, Davis's family's business got $1 million in federal help just 2 days after money was made available. Nope, Rodney Davis isn't working for us. He's only working for himself. DCCC is responsible for the content of this advertising.
The news continues here on WCIA 3, your local news leader.
A pawn shop in Decatur posted on Facebook this morning a warning to customers about buying fake jewelry.
WCIA 3's Jared Farmer has more on how to make sure you are not paying for a counterfeit.
Decatur Jewelry and Pawn posted to Facebook after customers came in with jewelry they thought was real. They can tell it's fake through a weight or acid tests. Professionals can also tell just by looking. Owner Perry Lewin says it breaks his heart turning down customers who thought they could flip cheap jewelry for some extra cash.
Do not buy jewelry on the streets unless you know the person you're buying from, or buy from a qualified, experienced brick-and-mortar facility that you can have a recourse if anything is wrong with it. Don't buy it on the street.
He says it's hard for the untrained eye to tell the difference between real and fake gold, so if a deal sounds like it's too good to be true, don't take the risk. From Decatur, I'm Jared Farmer, WCIA 3, your local news leader.
If anyone believes they bought fake jewelry, they can take a look at the shop. However, the owner says to stay skeptical when buying from strangers.
We are just days away from Halloween.
How one family is practicing social distancing while making sure getting a treat is no trick.
WCIA 3 News is sponsored by Midas Tire and Auto in Urbana. When you want to work in your garden and just be outside, check in with WCIA 3's weather team for their 7-day forecast. Sponsored by Edelman. When you need to know what the weather will be today, tomorrow, or this week, you can count on Chief Meteorologist Kevin Lighty, Jack Griffin, and Amelia Henderson to give you the most accurate forecast. They'll help you plan your week with a 7-day forecast from WCIA 3, your local weather leader. Sponsored by Edelman Electric Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling.
Depot's Auto Group in Paris has some great October treats for you. Right now, 2020 Jeep Renegades have $5,500 off MSRP or pick 0% financing for 84 months. If your vehicle doesn't have a Depot sticker, you probably paid too much.
The Champaign County Forest Preserves offer something for everyone, from fishing to hiking to golf, or my favorite, stargazing. But we need your help to keep going. We owe it to our children and grandchildren to protect and preserve Champaign County's natural heritage.
With people worried about crime, we need Dan Wright as state's attorney. Dan Wright's a proven, tough prosecutor committed to protecting families. That's why Wright's working with police and prosecutors, keeping neighborhoods safe. As state's attorney, Wright's put violent criminals behind bars. Wright's fighting sexual and physical abuse in schools and human trafficking. And Wright helps victims find the justice they deserve. Dan Wright for state's attorney. What we need in tough times.
After fire, water, mold, or storm damage to a property, Central Illinois knows who to call to get their lives back in order. They call Menold. Now that businesses are reopening, Menold is still here to help us all get safely back to normal. With Menold sanitizing and disinfection service, customers and employees will know that you're doing everything you can to stay safe. Consider Menold sanitizing and disinfection service and see if it's the right choice for you.
Depot's Auto Group in Paris has some great October treats for you. Right now, you could qualify for an amazing $8,900 in savings on a new 2020 Dodge Journey. If your vehicle doesn't have a Depot sticker, you probably paid too much.
Today on the Morning Show, with Central Illinois County seeing a spike in coronavirus cases, how they're helping people affected, and tomorrow we'll join the experts in Morning Rounds about improving your health.
And we have another chance for some rain late Wednesday night into Thursday. We'll talk about it on Weather on the 3s.
This is WCIA 3 News, your local news leader.
A family in Savoy is hoping to keep the spirit of Halloween alive.
Yeah, take a look at this. They've set up a social distancing trick-or-treat tube. They'll be able to drop a piece of candy down it, and kids can pick it up from a bin. It's got a whole space theme. The Patterson family sees Halloween as a time for everybody to be a kid again, and they're hoping they inspire others.
Hopefully more and more people will think of a way that they can do this and keep everybody safe and still have some fun.
They'll also be giving out small toys if there are food allergies.
A cold and rainy day across Central Illinois.
So how long is that going to last? Kevin's back one last time to let us know.
WCIA 3 News is sponsored by These Four Walls in Monticello.
We have some exciting news. Some of our family is moving around, and we're moving some familiar faces to new places. Visit Gail Cheney at Champaign Ford City. Come say hi or view all our inventory online at drive217.com. Different by design.
At Lands, our goal is to always bring you the best in service, support, and products. That's why we carry Train. If you're thinking about a new HVAC system for your home, we can help with up to $1,000 in instant rebates or special financing on qualifying Train systems. It's hard to stop a Train, but it's impossible to stop our commitment to bring you the best. I'm Troy Lands, and you can count on my company because you can count on me.
Right now, millions of people and billions of devices are connected to the internet. Homes, businesses, hospitals, schools. The security and reliability of these connections are more important than ever. That's why at MediaCom, we've built a network to protect them. A network that sees threats, fixes problems before they occur, and keeps you going with 99.99% network reliability.
I'm Betsy Dirksen-Londrigan, and I approve this message.
The pandemic devastated our family business overnight. The PPP loan program was supposed to be a lifeline for small businesses, but we got the runaround while political insiders got the money first and funds ran out. Rodney Davis's family got to the front of the line for $1 million payout, and he voted to keep it secret, while businesses like ours suffered. Rodney Davis is in it for himself.
The pandemic has been rough on healthcare workers, but Rodney Davis has had our backs. Rodney secured funding for PPE to keep us safe, and he voted to make coronavirus testing free for Illinois families. Rodney is also taking on the big insurance companies to protect people with pre-existing conditions, and he's holding Big Pharma accountable to lower your prescription drug prices. Rodney Davis is on our side.
I'm Rodney Davis, and I approve this message.
We have some exciting news. Some of our family is moving around, and we're moving some familiar faces to new places. Visit Gail Cheney at Champaign Ford City. Come say hi or view all our inventory online at drive217.com. Different by design.
Looking for a job? Check out the new WCIA 3 job board. Get matched to great opportunities based on your resume. Apply in one click. Go to WCIA.com and find your next job.
With just over a week to Election Day, attack ads are still heating up.
Coming up tonight at 10, what's fact and fiction in one of the biggest ads in the congressional race in Illinois.
All right, forecast for tonight. Quite chilly with the rain showers. 34 degrees. Tomorrow, a high of only 46. And still some rain around in the morning. Here's your 7-day forecast. All week it stays quite chilly. Wednesday, that's your best day at 57 degrees. And then a really rainy and cold Thursday again. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday are all actually looking dry, but highs don't make it out of the mid-50s.
Yeah, but what's our normal supposed to be?
62, 61, 62.
So we're not that far off.
Not today it was, 45. Yeah, mid-50s a little better.
Thanks, Kevin.
More news tonight at 9 and 10.
We'll see you then. Good night.